Okay, so why would you choose to study in Salamanca?
Well, I would love to study here because I know a little basics of Spanish, what I learned back in my hometown in India, in New Delhi. But when you're surrounded with people who are always talking in Spanish, when you go to even to shop around to local shops to buy vegetables or to pick up your local stuff which you require day and night, so they are also talking to you in the local language of this country, which is Spanish. So automatically I'm going to brush my skills furthermore. I would not be restricted. I mean, there'll be people who will be guiding me, the grammatical mistakes, what you generally do while you're, generally what you do while talking in the local language will obviously be brushed up. And otherwise, if I talk about the kind of people, they are also here to learn. So automatically, you are going to help each other, staying together, living together and just partying together. And, obviously, I mean, it's been like 5 days since we are here. And I personally feel I've kind of brushed up my Spanish, which I learned some 20 years back. So automatically I feel that, oh, okay, so these were the words which I forgot in time. But now I've kind of added more words, which, I mean, I've been being with you guys who all of you speak in the local language. So I tend to pick up those words once again. So automatically you're going to brush up your own language. And besides, I feel the culture obviously makes a lot of difference. So it goes a multilingual way. We tell them our culture, they tell us their culture. So automatically, there's a zone of comfort which is there around you. So that is what I feel makes the difference.
So it sounds to me that you would get like a professional education, but also become culturally immersed, because we know that culture is a big part of the communication.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so why would you choose to study in Salamanca?
Firstly, I love small places. I come from a very big city in India. So for me, Salamanca is very small, it's walkable, and I feel the standard of living here is very high. People are happy, and overall, I see a lot of students around, which makes me feel young and makes me want to study more. I also love the architecture here. I think it's one of the best I have seen in the world. And besides everything, I just feel that the food, the culture and the festival vibe in Salamanca is really nice. So for me, I think it ticks off all the boxes, and that's exactly why I would like to study in Salamanca.
And I think to really show respect for who you are, I think it's important to mention that being vegetarian is very important to you. And do you feel like Spain or Salamanca is a good spot for being vegetarian, for example?
If you asked me this question 5 years back, I would have probably said no. But I feel with the growing trend of veganism and vegetarianism, things in Spain and in Europe are becoming better for us. Even in Salamanca, I've discovered a few places that are vegetarian friendly, and a small place like Salamanca is vegetarian friendly. So you can imagine that the big cities should not be a problem at all. So I'm very happy about that, and that is one of the reasons why I would love to stay here, because I know that food is not going to be a very big problem for me.
I'm glad to hear that, because I feel like everybody deserves to be able to live their own way. Okay, so why would you choose to study in Salamanca?
Okay, I'm actually Spanish. I'm a native speaker, and I'm also a Spanish language teacher, so my point of view is a little bit different. Anyways, I think that Salamanca is the perfect choice for Spanish language students because it's a historical town, and Spanish language, as we know it today, was born here. The first grammar was written here, the first Spanish grammar. So that's very exciting for us teachers, and it should also be for students. There are so many language schools, high quality language schools, teachers with a lot of experience. That's not the case in some other areas in Spain. I also feel that, well, Spanish people, you know, we are open and friendly, and Salamanca is a student city. The university here is huge. It's people is used to being with students. Sorry, you see, I'm not. This is not my native language. So yes, I think that is the perfect spot. It's not too small, not too big. I think it's great and authentic. Yeah.
I feel like I can agree. We saw at least like 8 different centers for teaching Spanish. Some of them are even specialized in teaching teachers as well. So, I mean, I'm a biology teacher. I studied in the US. I'm originally from Sweden, but it's a little bit difficult to deny that I would be very interested to get a certificate or get like officially accredited by a school in Spain. And all schools have to be accredited by Instituto Cervantes, meaning that they have really high level of education. And for the Swedish students or people listening, you can actually get financial aid by the Swedish government to study in Spain. So I feel like, with that said, I hope it becomes kind of like an irresistible offer, especially if you want a career using Spanish.
It's a place where you can have a lot of fun, because, you know, with the university you will find great parties and yeah, a lot of students, you know, nightlife. It's great, but the education you will get will be high quality. So perfect mix. Yeah.
I feel like since I did my studies in the US, I can only agree. Going abroad just adds something priceless to your life. So welcome to Salamanca. Bienvenidos a Salamanca.
Bienvenidos.